Hello, beautiful beings. I'm coming to you live today for a late night live devotion and co-creation of a sacred space all around me and share now with you. I was listening to a live of my sister Nicole Pemberton, who is doing this 366-day challenge of showing up in devotion. And her live today was about a little bit about a Father's Day that's coming up in some parts of the world tomorrow. So yes, I was inspired by her live to speak a little bit on that father energy. Personally, I didn't know my father. The first time I remember my father was I was 15 years old. And another time that I remember him was sometime in my childhood, and and understanding now how deeply we are all wounded, and depending on where we live, where we're placed on the planet. For me, my bloodline came from Russia, and it was interesting just to reflect back on, my grandmother lost her father in the World War II, and so did my great-grandmother, lost her beloved, my grandmother's father in the World War II, and surviving the war alone, with my grandmother being a small child, and just growing up through those 1940s, 50s, 60s, and there's so much of the masculine father energy was lost in Russia. In the Soviet Union, there was 22 million people lost in the World War II. And, there was a lot of women who didn't have men, didn't have their fathers, their husbands. It was gone. They were gone, and they never remarried. And, alcohol was one of the programs that was placed also in many countries, and one of them was Russia or Soviet Union. And a lot of people did drink and made their own alcohol, and just a lot of oppression. And however, there was a lot of also beautiful masculine energy, intelligence, and beautiful music, and classical music, and theaters, all that type of entertainment as well as a lot of beautiful nature and history. So even though there was no religion in Soviet Union, so for me growing up, I grew up in atheism, and it was kind of scary thinking back. It was pretty scary thinking that there's nothing. This life just ends, and it's just, that's it. So just reflecting on that, and how would a father figure affect my life differently if I had one, to remember and recollect. And, overcoming and healing my own wounds around daughter-father relationship, which is so important to address and to see, to feel, to heal, to see what is there. Are you fully integrated in your father relationship? And how is your relationship to your creator as well? Is that existent? Is that there? And is it open and vulnerable and respectful and kind? Which is that relationship to yourself? So with the Father's Day inspiration, I do want to just acknowledge that inner masculine within each person, within each human being, that inner divine masculine. It's not just all about the divine feminine rising, and then a lot of that is also distorted and wants to tear down the masculine. And I believe in raising the masculine right next to us, right next to the divine feminine, and co-creating together and ebbing and flowing. And the masculine is here within us to be that governing omnipresence, the divine source, the protective, kind, respectful, fatherly love, honoring someone that holds space for the feminine and for all that they're both here to create together in the open and vulnerable relationship that begins from within, that starts from within, that honest, supportive, ebbing and flowing, no more pulling and pushing, no more of that hard low frequency that just doesn't feel good anymore. Instead, we get to step into the fierce passion, strength, confidence, and the integrated being, a being who has felt their wounds and pain and suffering and came out of the shocking experience of awakening and having to really see and feel and heal their wounds. That someone that stands in their truth and their strength and their just simply honoring that inner masculine within and the healthy energy of compassion and safe boundaries, and that energy that stands up for justice, and the energy that doesn't use or abuse in any way, not weak, not dishonoring, not resentful, not complaining, condemning, controlling, not cursing or throwing a fit. Like that energy still needs some deep integration and sitting with it and looking at it. Triggers or losing control in public, or because you're surrounded by lots of people, or obsessive or jealous in some way, or jealous over anyone that's, yeah. So that's pain, that's wounding, that's wounded anyone. If we're still holding any kind of resentment towards any kind of masculine in our lives, whether it's our fathers or grandfathers or beloveds or exes or any kind of masculine brothers, anyone, if there's any kind of resentment or pain, unforgiveness, that's unhealed trauma. And by healing that trauma, by seeing it, by addressing it, by releasing it and letting go, we're able to really open up to the heart and to see and feel your own inner masculine who is in pure devotion to all that is divine and holy and sacred and cosmic and galactic and Christ-like and feminine and masculine and sacred and all that is incredible and beautiful and passionate and happy and just everything you can ever dream of and imagine. All the beautiful, incredible most sacred experiences. So, I guess that's what I'm here to share. Hi Zara, my love. Thank you for stopping by, sister. Sharing my message today about the divine masculine within each one of us. We get to rise them within, and we get to mirror that into the world. We get to attract that incredible, beautiful father energy into our lives, even if we never experienced it growing up. It doesn't mean that I don't get to have it still. I get to claim it, that divine masculine energy into my life from within myself. Truly, by loving myself, protecting myself from within. It's all done in the other realms. This life on earth is simply just a container for all that work, for all that magic to happen on the energetic levels beyond our understanding and our conditioning. So when we wake up to it all, we understand that we must simply exist here. There's this table. I need to have a chair to sit my body down. My mind doesn't need a chair. My heart doesn't need any of these tools to love and serve. And my mind can travel multidimensionally and do this work that's so important for humanity here on earth in the other realms. So it's a beautiful work, and I'm so deeply honored to know it and to share it. So may this beautiful, omnipresent, divine, masculine energy awaken in all of us and in all of humanity, to awaken in every man and in every woman this most honorable, most divine creator energy that is the pure image of the divine feminine, the pure reflection, and they are equal in their divine cosmic co-creation power. They are equal in what they're here to deliver together, because when they find each other, the true initiations happen, the true miracles happen, the true miracle work begins on the planet for all of humanity. So calling in that beautiful divine masculine from within you to awaken, to return, to open the eyes and see this beautiful devotion between the two in their divine union. Beautiful devotion and kindness, and being able to sit with each other and heal together our deep old wounds of our childhood, and healing all that. It's so important so that we can stand firm and strong for all of humanity and do this work for all of us, for all living beings. And just give our heart to all, and to stay open, to remember to stay open with our hearts, no matter what. And as the divine masculine shows up and returns, he's deeply loved and seen by the divine feminine, by her devotion and her patience and her love and her feminine creative power of wisdom and love and truth and the divine inner sacred marriage, the true twin flame, the true beautiful divine union that can be found from within. You are your own twin flame. And then the external will be attracted to this beautiful integration in your body, because it's all done in the other realms. The earth is a little behind because she is heavy and dense, and we're here to help her heal through returning to our own divine union within our hearts. So I am reclaiming that divine masculine within myself, and that's what I mirror to the world. That beautiful divine masculine power and protection and honor, and standing up for women and children and all living beings, standing up for humanity and awakening, truly awakening to why we're here and what's important, and who is here to hear our message in divine timing, understanding it's all in divine God's timing. So much love to you, many blessings. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to all. Peace to all. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May all of our thoughts, words, and actions contribute in some way to that freedom and happiness for all. Always sending blessings to the world. Blessings of love and of light, of mercy, of forgiveness, of kindness. Kindness. Invoking kindness in the world. And beauty and wisdom. Thank you for tuning in. So much love. Mwah. Many blessings.